Hello, hello, I am Darkness, and welcome back to what could be the last part of Until Dawn. I say could be because in the comments to the last video I posted, somebody said that the next part could be the last, and good luck to me, as I could possibly murder everybody at the last second, which would be lovely and delightful. So, I'm going to try not to do that. I'm going to try my best to keep people alive and no more murder. Matt was enough. So, I'm going to continue on. I was thinking about showing you guys the updated video with the totems. Oh god, someone also told me they sent me the link with Merriam-Webster. It is totems. It's totems. Why is it totems? Why? There's got to be an alternate pronunciation to that. I didn't look it up. But as soon as I heard that Merriam-Webster, like online, you can push the button and say totem, I said I hate English. I think I missed a few of them, because it seems like everything's filling up top and I don't have these three, or this one here in the middle. So, I'm going to wait until I get these four, or at least 3 out of the 4, until I do the events of the past one more time, to see if it's got anything else for me. Really, the only thing different is at the very end, it kind of shows what happened after the twins fell down, and what happened as far as the stranger is concerned. But we'll find that out a little later, as I'm hoping to add a little bit to that. So, that's right. I was investigating everything over here. I picked up some shit. I looked at some shit. I looked at the tribal signs. I was speed walking because the normal walking is way too slow. And I think I was about to have to go back down because there's nothing else I can do. And I got that totem, I believe. That looks very familiar. I don't know why I would end it without doing that. Yes. Okay. On track. On guard. Walk this way. Really fast. Speed walk, Sam. I really don't want to kill anyone else. I really don't. Oh. And I'm playing this during the day, this part, but I figure... Whoa, quick time events. Not paying attention enough. Well, let me turn down that volume. Just a little bit, because that scared the shit out of me. Enough that I was clenching my sphincter more than I should have been. Instead of, okay. Yes, this is a heavy object. Take it with you. Instead of actually paying attention to QuickTime events that I almost missed last second. So, let's see what's going on down here. Drop down. She has a painful look on her face all the times. Hayden Perturbed. I did a good job sounding sassy all the time, but still has this sound about her that's like, hey, or look about her that all the time is... a grimace, I guess. Whoa. 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 Oh. It was on fire. I could get through to his head. Is he out of shotgun shells? Because I have a pipe that could go there instead.
Define all right.
Alive, for a start.
Yeah, life's good.
Yeah.
You're way too nonchalant about
What the hell are
that.
you doing here anyway?
I was gonna warn you about the Wendigos.
I think I got it.
Yeah.
Let's find a way down to where this fucker lives.
Oh, well then. I should have continued going. The skillful wolfman. Yay! Is that because... Damn it. Yes, remind me of that. Okay,
Mike,
she seems to
there's
still
no
be
key
alive.
for the cable car.
Josh, he's gotta have it.
And everyone said
he's
I
gone.
saved Ashley's life.
Shh, quiet.
So
It may have taken him down to the mine.
Wait, don't move.
I don't think I could have saved his life because this was too much of a cutscene. Yeah, dodge and head off. And he was a plot
I'm gonna
device
get
anyway.
that key right from that thing's goddamn bedroom, and then I'm gonna get us all the hell out of here.
That's not what happened. I knocked his head off.
Let's find a way down to where this fucker lives.
And Josh is dead. No, Josh is not. Holy fuck. Mouth movements. Look at the mouth movements. Holy shit. Is he dead now? Is Dr. Alan Hill dead? This is all in Josh's head, and that's horrifying. I feel bad for Josh. I really do.
I wonder how much these sessions are of any help to you now.
They're
Just
not.
won't listen to me, and things seems pretty fucked up.
Yeah. Stop making weird mouth shapes.
So I'm gonna leave you now, Josh. It's time you learn. There's more to be afraid of that can be dreamt up by the unhinged imagination of a self-indulgent, spoiled little brat. You had so many people who cared about you, who were willing to help. But at every turn, you choose to push them away, and now you're all alone.
He looks like a Wendigo.
Though by the sounds of things, you won't be alone for long. No, you won't be alone for long. Deep breaths, Josh. Deep breath.
Well, Josh is alive. That's the thing. Whoa, he should have stayed on his medication.
No, not again.
Not again. There we go.
Get away! Get away! Ah! Get away from me! No, you're dead!
Sorry.
You're dead! Shut up! No! You're dead!
That's not ready. You manipulate.
You are a coward there.
Got it.
Yeah.
I want us to have a good love it.
I don't take orders from you. You can't tell me what to do.
I don't take orders from you. You can't tell me what to do.
Tell me what to do
It's run out for Josh.
Okay.
Take your medicine,
Okay.
fast.
I trust you.
I trust you.
I trust you. I trust you.
Josh, you should not trust them. Whatever they are, you should not. Holy shit, you are a mess. By the way, I'm gonna take off subtitles for a minute, simply because playing as Josh, I want to get the full effect of him being fucked up, and I don't want to have to read about it. Sorry, guys. I'll turn them back on after I'm not Josh.
You're not real.
You were all alone down there.
No, not again.
Can I not?
All alone. But you're with us now. Family.
Get away from me! Get away!
Why didn't you save us, Josh? Why did you want us to die?
I didn't want you to die. I swear.
Where am I supposed to go then? Is there something to pick up, please? Oh my god.
I don't take orders from you. No!
Is this what you want?
No! No! Why are you doing this? Leave me alone! Why are you doing this?
Why did you save us, Josh? Why did you want us to die? up close.
Yeah. So, I noticed something kind of weird about it.
Well, one, I wish I had subtitles on for some of that. Because some of it was a little low, whatever was being mumbled in the background. But I also had a good feeling that he was full-blown crazy after seeing the doctor's face. And, yeah, I got the full effect. Great nightmare fuel. Yeah, so the most tragic part, I guess, of this whole game is Josh. Wow, he should not have stopped taking his medicine. That was a bad call. That was a bad, bad call.
What?
A Wendigo. It had a scar.
So?
I've seen it before.
What are you talking about?
I saw these old pictures of some guys with that scar, and he was transforming into a Wendigo.
You're kidding.
It was one of the miners who'd been trapped back in the 50s in the cave-in, which means that thing is 80 years old. At least.
Spunky for an old-timer.
They cleaned the place out.
They're way too relaxed.
They? You mean there are more of them?
Oh, yeah.
How many?
Too many.
I think we're close. To the lair.
How can you tell?
I don't know, I just feel really terrible all of a sudden.
Did I?
Okay.
I really don't want to go in there.
Neither do I.
There's no other way through.
There's the water wheel. There's another way. Oh, is that totem? I really don't care anymore. I've been calling them totems too long. Looks kind of like a badger. Mushroom, mushroom. Whoa. That's fortunate? Where'd she get the blood? Oh, yeah, she helped kill the thing. That's fortune? That was fortune. Wait. So there's someone rolling on the bottom left that has boots on. So that's Emily. And that's Mike getting up. So it's fortunate if Emily and Mike are outside of a burning cabin. On it. I'm picking up all the signs, except for I'm not.
Is that what I think it is?
Shit. Looks like a grave.
Is it great? Mike, you beat me fucking to it. Oh shit, is this Beth's grave? Which means those are Beth's bones. Which means that's Beth's dug up grave.
Oh God. Mike, this is Beth's. This is her watch.
What? Let me see.
Look, there was a cross here.
So
Yeah,
this is
Emily
where she
found
was
that.
buried.
But who dug her up?
Hannah.
Let's keep moving.
Hannah dug her up and ate her. Already on top of that. Already figured that disgusting shit out. But from what I could tell, Hannah was trying to resist. I hope they expound upon that because, like, the stranger was saying that it was they. So the stranger said that they actually become haunted or poltergeisted. Was it when they inhabit your body? They become inhabited, whatever the word is. Damn it. By the Wendigo spirit, and that's what makes them want to crave and eat human flesh.
I'm going in.
So...
Oh. Come on, it's okay.
You sure?
I'm not dead yet.
Yeah, his penis is probably up in his body, though.
It's freezing. Can't feel my fingers.
Yeah, this is dangerous. Okay, is it the rule of lefts?
Wait a minute, I thought you reached the deepest part.
Well, I didn't say that. It was okay. Meaning like there weren't any sharks or anything in here.
Sharks. Great. Thank
Okay.
you.
Okay, wait a sec. This is the water wheel part. Oof. At what price? Found another way. Sam rescued Mike in the mines. Oh! Oh, is that the totem about Mike getting attacked? That Mike can be attacked? Was that a warning totem? Or a danger totem? Yes, it was. So Mike would have had to deal with that on his own if I had not? No. Oh, crap. Why? I'm getting distracted. Okay. Guidance. Is it guidance? The water wheel can't be in the background like that. Well, if there's running water on the water wheel, let me take a look at it. I guess that means over here to the left. Wow, the perspective is really screwy, but if I was standing over there, this is where it would be pointing me toward. So I guess the other way was dangerous. This looks like a dead end. Why would it point? Oh, there's something to find. Wait a sec. X. There we go.
Oh, shit. This looks like Hannah's writing.
Hannah's right. My little sister is dead. The fall killed her. I watched the color drained from her face. My leg is broken. I'm all alone, stuck here with Beth's body. Somebody will... I'm hoping it says find me after that. Where did she find this? Mine info reports Blackwood mine restricted. She found this file and has been writing on the back of it. Day 5. I've never been so hungry. It feels like my stomach is twisting around inside. I took Beth's sweater. Much warmer now. She's still looking out for me. Day 30.
I'm sorry, Beth. I have no choice. It's the only way I can survive anymore. If someone finds this, I'm sorry.
I haven't...
I had to. I had no choice.
Let me read it.
Jesus.
Day 30. I'm sorry, Beth. I have no... I'm dying. It's the only way I can survive anymore. It's... I'm sorry. I had to. I had no choice. Forgive me, Beth. I'm sorry. Why did you read it out of order? Day 32. No, it's 33. She's losing count. My hands feel unclean. My nails fell out, pushed out. I am aching, but no more cold, no pain. I'm getting stronger? Oh, fuck. Hungry, hungry, hungry. Yeah, let's look at that clue. That's pretty fucked up. Hannah's journal suggests she dug up the body with hunger. According to Hannah's journal, she was down the mine on her own for weeks. I already knew that. According to Hannah's journal, Beth was killed from the fall. So this was to make all the updates to all the other clues. So I guess this is the last clue, and I missed these two about them, the twins. Shit. Oh, it has a way to be able to scroll, read it easier. Let's see if I missed anything. What was the last page saying? No pain. Yeah, scrawls that look like hunger. Okay. Well, shit got real.
Oh God, it makes sense. I think Hannah dug up Beth. It was Hannah.
No, that's ridiculous.
Michael, it has to be. It's the only thing that makes sense. Beth died in the fall.
So what? What does that mean?
So Hannah must have buried her.
God damn it. God damn it.
Hannah was down here.
I don't believe any of this.
She would have been starving. She would have been desperate.
Fuck!
We need to find Josh. Right now.
Alright, this is where I go ahead and play the events of the past one more time for you guys, because that lines up exactly with what I'm about to show you. Oh, this is like the last butterfly. Sam found Hannah's journal in the mines. Okay, watch. Especially the last part. Damn it.
Thing, and my grandfather could not defeat it. Sometime after the
I think his grandfather was
prospect
killed by this.
climbed this mountain until a cave-in trapped the men and woke the
curse, I'm assuming.
and driven mad murderers, cannibals, eating, taunt them with fire. And after all these years, after many moons, the Machu Picchu still roamed.
Machu Picchu still roamed.
Until one night, a year ago, I was finally able to get him in. We were not alone in the woods that night. I couldn't save you.
Here it is. This is important.
I hunted the Wendigo down and I doused it with fire. The Machu Picchu was dead.
That is what's important. So, when he couldn't save him, he apparently had been hunting the Machu Picchu. I don't know why he was cornering it in particular. I think I missed that from some of the events, but either way, the Machu Picchu was apparently a big deal. And when Hannah and Beth fell and died, so they were both on the tail. He tried to help him up and could not, and then turned on the Machu Picchu and killed it. And he says, don't kill him unless you have to. So Beth dies in the fall, and if you saw, the spirit of the Machu Picchu was released. So the Wendigo Machu Picchu. So there you go. That's what infected Hannah. Possessed. That's what possessed Hannah, the Machu Picchu. And if she gave in to the hunger or whatnot, apparently she was infested pretty much from the get-go, or it sounds like that the spirits drive you to eat humans in the first place, and not that you eat humans and the spirit comes into you. That's what it makes it sound like anyway. So, stop rolling your daggum eyes. So, now things are a bit more tragic, as she was doomed from the get-go when she got trapped down here and was dead next to her sister. And now they know the truth. Why do they have to get to Josh that fast? What difference do they think it'll make for Josh right now? Like, we have to tell Josh? Like, hey Josh, I want to traumatize you even more. Turns out your sisters are alive. You know, the ones that you've been imagining and taking orders from, apparently?
Okay.
Yeah, you know those sisters? Yeah.
It's open up again. We're gonna make it.
God, don't jinx it.
You should also take off your clothes now, because they'll sap the warmth out of your body. You should take your clothes off. If you're really in a frozen environment and you made your clothes wet, take your clothes off. The water will make it more conducive for you to pretty much die faster. What's that at? Is that where I just got out of? Okay. Take them off. Even go to such lengths as rubbing snow on your skin to dry you off, and get the clothes off. The clothes will kill you faster than being naked until they're dry again. Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh fuck! Why is he going underwater? That's creepy. Is that Matt and the stranger said?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
A lot of them? No, there's two.
oh my god.
No!
We're gonna be sick.
So is this a part of the game you find out how many people have died? If does that mean these two Does that mean these two had to survive until now no matter what? Don't get that clip.
I don't take orders from you. I don't take orders from you.
Hey, Josh?
You can't tell me what to do. You can't
Josh?
tell me what to do
Buddy?
anymore. You can't tell me what to do. Oh, okay. Okay. I trust you. I trust you. I trust you.
Hold on. We're Josh again. Settings, full fucked up effect, and go.
What's the matter?
He's tripping or something. Josh!
Mike,
Josh! Hey, man.
don't hit me, please.
Well, keep
God.
deep in it, man. Full mental jacket.
We didn't think we'd get you back.
Full metal.
Gosh, Hannah was down here for weeks, a month. She dug Beth up.
Sam.
Mike,
Hey, let's just get the fuck out of here.
okay. Josh, do you have the key for the cable car?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Well, don't take it. Oh, shit.
See
Well,
that over there?
that kind of dooms Josh.
That means there's a direct way out. Come on.
Well, only Sam can get
There's
up
no
that.
way Josh is gonna make it up there.
Okay. If you help me up, I can go back to tell the others we're okay.
Yeah.
Why split?
Good.
You bring Josh back the way we came, and we'll all meet at the lodge.
Be careful.
Yeah, you too.
Why are you splitting up again?
All right, let's go, you fucked up son of a bitch.
Holy shit, what sense does that make? Why? Why do you guys split up every chance you get? Okay, do you think more of Mike now? No, nothing of Emily. I hope you liked Matt. He's gone. Matt and the stranger. So I guess the dramatic looking at everything was that if I had killed people left and right, that would be all of the bodies hanging up in that room that were dead, and only 2 heads rolled out, which is one more than I wanted to roll out, as I think the stranger was going to be there no matter what. Damn it. Josh heard the truth about the monster. Alright, what does that mean? What does that mean? Oh, updated. Yeah, that's what I thought about in the first place. It looks like a partially transformed Wendigo. Yep. Dr. Bowen was killed on the same day as those buried in the makeshift graveyard. Everyone died then. Another death that occurred on the 24th February. Massacre, yes. The Wendigos in his sanatorium must have killed all these people, yes. Who buried them? The stranger? Or the stranger's grandfather, as the stranger probably was not old enough to be, you know, burying someone at the tender age of however old he was, even if he was alive at all. This looks like the chair used in the old film showing a miner turning into a Wendigo. Yes, it does, except for the straps are back to being together when he obviously broke out of them. This is one of the Wendigos caged up in the sanatorium. The Wendigos must have overrun the sanatorium. Bragg's body was never found. Restrained miner turning into a Wendigo. Okay. We're all clear now. Alright. So all the butterflies are here. So I guess this one is never going to be filled in ever. This one might, since Jessica's alive. Okay, for the record, if you tell me that Ashley survived because I didn't open that, I now know Jessica's alive. Remember the part where I said don't tell me, but I might play it fast enough? I didn't play it fast enough. I had a few things I had to take care of that I didn't expect. Yeah, so now I know Jessica is alive because it makes no sense that I could have opened that up and saved one but killed another. So I apparently did avoid the time that Ashley could die. You can look wherever you want to. You're fucked up in the head. Okay. Let's keep going. Does he have no flashlight?
You didn't have to hit me so much, man.
I'm sorry about before, man. I thought you killed Jess. I was wrong.
Yeah. Yeah. Is that all the apology you've got? Really? I thought you killed Jess. I was wrong. Is this a fortune? How the fuck is that fortune? Whoa, there's someone in the background. So it's fortunate if they stand still. So someone's in the background and it's fortunate if they stand still. Is this as much as the past guy? Because this is the last one. Let me look at this one more time. I think this is as good as I'm gonna get some miss some.
Thing, and my grandfather could not defeat it. Sometime after the prospectors came
Machu
to mine
Picchu?
this mountain.
Did his grandfather not defeat the Machu Picchu? Is that why that? Is that what's happening there?
And driven mad, murderers, cannibals, eating.
I really wish I had collected the rest of all of
Taunt
this.
them with fire. And after all these years, after many moons, the Machu Picchu still roam.
After many moons, Machu Picchu still roamed.
Until one night,
Did the miners let out the Machu Picchu?
I was
Is that what started
finally able
this?
to get him in. We were not alone in the woods that night. While I was tracking the Machu Picchu, he
While I was
was
distracted.
tracking something else.
He was tracking the Machu Picchu. It was tracking
Machu
them.
Picchu forced your friends over the mountain. There was
Forced your
nothing I could do. I couldn't save your friends. I hunted the Wendigo down and I doused it with fire. The Machu Picchu was dead.
So, that one was particularly old. It might have been released by the miners in the late 1800s and turned the miners into them. I'm not sure what, because there are blanks that are really big because I missed 6 fucking totems. Shit. And he's speaking, it sounds like, directly to us as a group. I could not save your friends. So it's making it sound like he killed the Machu Picchu for our friends and possibly for his grandfather. That's what I picked up from that. I don't think I'm gonna be listening to that anymore because I think I missed the rest of the totems. Man, his walking faster is just a normal walk. He is beat the fuck on up. He is not doing so well. I'm afraid that I'm gonna run into more Wendigos because if this is the last of it, then there's gonna be a climactic part, and I want to be able to stay still because apparently I have to stay still for that fortune to happen. Oh, the bodies again.
I didn't want you to die.
Well, luckily it was only the stranger that you didn't really even know. Unluckily, Matt was involved in that. Is his skin stripped off or his internal organs eaten? I don't know. I don't really want to go back and look at it because that's really gross. Even though I'm about to find their heads, which rolled on out of the door. Floated on out of the door. Oh, yeah, that would be Matt's head. That is Matt's head. And the stranger, he's over here. All right, I'm about to drop down. Hold on. Whoa! No, the Wendigo is in the water. The Wendigo is in the water. The Wendigo is in the water. Shit. The Wendigo is in the water. Well, this is not going to go well. Did I mention that the Wendigo was in the water? Because the Wendigo is in the water. Oh, fuck. That would be a Wendigo. I need to get out of this water really fast. Oh, fuck. Since when can I swim? Oh, yeah!
You're not real!
Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Josh.
You're not!
There's Hannah! Hannah dragged Josh off.
Shit.
Holy fuck. It was real Josh. Oh, I need subtitles again. I can't. Damn it. Well, Jessica was still alive. Okay, that confirms that. Jessica would have died if I didn't successfully chase after. Alright. Now it fans demise, Matt was killed. Jessica was alone in the mines. Fuck. Alright. She wouldn't have been alone if Matt lived. Great. Just heard about the monster. Josh recognized Hannah and Hannah recognized Josh. One, that's an S instead of a Z. Two, I thought they weren't supposed to keep any of being a human being. Maybe it degrades over time as they get older as being a Wendigo, and she's only a year old. So she wasn't dragging. Josh recognized Hannah, and Hannah recognized Josh. Oh. Got it. She would have crushed his head if she didn't recognize him. Instead, she took him. Well, family reunion. That's great. Did the oil really last that long? For the Jews, it was only 7 days and 7 nights. Right? Okay, can I change this please now? Yes. She looks horrible. What's hanging up there? Is that where I dropped down? Okay. I'm gonna go back where I dropped down and see if there's anything over here. Maybe I should not have been so seductive with her, because now she's in less clothing than if I had not. Because I'm assuming she wouldn't have done a striptease if I hadn't been on my A game with with Mike. Which is not good for her right now. This no. Which way am I supposed to go? Which way am I supposed to go? I think this is the wrong way. Again, you don't usually walk toward the camera for any real reason in a video game. Yeah. I'm trying to say it out loud so you guys know why I'm doing what I'm doing. So, because my logic there's usually a logical reason why I'm doing something, so. Wow, she is not doing very well. Oh, she's wearing boots now. They're not furry boots. Okay, so outside the lodge, it was definitely Emily. Because she's the only one with furry boots on, right? I can't remember Ashley's footwear all of a sudden. Oh fuck, there's another totem. That wasn't the last one. There's more to the story that I get to see now. Loss. So... don't let Mike die. Instead, stand still and watch it all burn down with Mike outside. So do not leave Mike inside. I don't even know how this is gonna culminate, other than if we burn Wendigos up in the lodge, because that's what that looked like, and it's the last totem. So totem. I'm not resigning to totem. I've gone too long. I can't turn back now. Alright, this sounds creepy as hell. How is she even gonna make it out alive being hurt? How did she survive? She was hurt, but she was lying passed out. They would have looked right over her. They see motion. She wasn't moving around. Is it her breathing I'm hearing, though? Again, you don't walk toward. That's why I walked that way first. Hide, 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 hide. She can't do it. She can't run. God, it should hurt. I'm surprised you don't have broken everything. How did you fall down that and not get broken everything? I hope she doesn't die because I let Matt die. Shit. Hide. Hide. Is there another choice to hide? Can I hide again, please? Hide. 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 No. Yes, break through. Hide.
Okay.
Hide. Now move. Shit. That's all? That's all she... Oh, she's outside. So that's all she gets? Okay. Jessica survived until dawn. That's it. Well, Jessica's storyline was really short. Maybe it would have been longer if Matt were alive to be with her. Because Matt was supposed to join her down there, and I fucked that up. Let's see if I find any more totems before I play that Events of the Past one more time. We are only 24 minutes away. Quick time events. Climb. Quick time events. Yep. Got it. Climb around. There's no reason to rush this. Though it is, I finally figured out the quick time events are directional. Up, left, or right. So it should be a circle if she keeps going. As soon as I say that, it's the exact opposite. Alright, we're at the end, guys. This is the end. Which way should she go? Okay, I'm trying to find totems. So, if you would please just show me totems, then I wouldn't have to walk in big fucking circles. Okay, thanks, bye. Well, people read left to right, so let's choose left first. Please don't screw this up. No, that looks like the correct direction. Damn it. Alright. I'm trying, guys. I think I can get 1 or 2 more totems. I don't think I can get those bottom ones, but there are 3 that are closer to the top. Let's see if I can successfully get those totems. What's this? Can I get it? Nope, that was a rock. Son of a bitch. Where are totems? Wow, it really didn't matter which way I walked. I'm glad I traversed every single step of that with it, you know, not mattering at all. Okay, is that not a totem? No, it's a rock. There's a lot of rocks out here for me trying to find totems. Well, now we know Matt's dead. I'm glad that that part was in there. So that reveals to Mike and Sam. So I guess Mike and Sam can't die to the end because they seem to be pivotal to make the story go anywhere. Like, Mike was pivotal for getting through the sanatorium, and Sam has been pivotal to be able to relay more messages and everything, and climb and get through this. So Sam and Mike get through this no matter what. Except for someone put in the comments, everyone can die at the end. So, anyone, actually they said anyone and everyone can die at the end. Except, now for Jessica, I froze before it told me not to move and then didn't tell me not to move. So Jessica lives. I saved her ass. Apparently, she just passed out in the mines and then came out into the open, and it's close enough to dawn that they didn't hunt her out in the open. They don't like hunting out in the open. She got down that embankment somehow, all bloodied up like that. Because that makes sense. In a way that it makes sense that she has no broken anything, it seems, other than maybe ribs. She was walking and using her arms just fine. And she was able to bust through that thing. Okay. Drop down. Quick time to no. Hayden planted her face in the ground. Should have given me a quick time or something. She's so skillful and everything with being able to go everywhere, and then all of a sudden it's the face plant. Oh, this is the shed where Josh set up the choice. Oh, fuck. Time to run. Quick time events. Quick time. Yep. Quick time. Really not the time to kill Sam. No one else can live if she does not relay information and save their asses. She has the cable car key thing. Oh shit. Get in that shit.
Hey!
Get in.
Hey! Oh, come on, open up!
Really?
Guys, come on, are you in there? Let me in!
Really? She's gonna die?
Mike. Oh, gosh. You look terrible.
Gonna look worse if we stay out here. Come on.
Why isn't it? Why? Oh, yeah, he is torn the fuck on up. Wait, why did it take so long for people to do that?
Okay.
Can I barricade that shit? Since it's like on us?
Mike, what happened to Josh?
I got him.
God, what an awful way to go.
Did he get new scratches on his chest?
Not good.
What do you think we should do?
Tell
We should
everyone?
check the basement. Might be someone left down there.
Is there... Okay, I've been in this environment. So, unless there's something to barricade, this is gonna literally be my last time playing through the events of the past. So, now is as many as I'm going to get probably. I'm not gonna get the danger. I missed 2 guidance. I missed 2 danger, 2 guidance, 1 loss. So, maybe the loss was showing me that Matt died another way. Okay. Damn it.
Thing, and my grandfather could not defeat it. Sometime after, the prospectors came to mine this mountain until a cave-in trapped them in and woke the
curse.
And driven mad, murderers, cannibals, eating. Taunt them with fire. And after all these years, after many moons, the Machu Picchu still roam free out of...
Machu Picchu still roam free out of...
Until one night, a year ago...
Out of his reach?
I was finally able to get him in...
Yep, that's probably what it said, out of his
We were
reach.
not alone in the woods that night. While I was tracking the Machu Picchu...
Machu Picchu.
It was tracking something else. The Machu Picchu forced your friends over the mountain. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't save your friends.
Couldn't save your friends.
I hunted the Wendigo down and I doused it with fire. The Machu Picchu was dead.
Okay, did that Machu Picchu, by the way, have tribal stuff on his neck, as in maybe it existed before the miners? Because I'm starting to believe it existed before the miners. And that would be my dog coming through in case you heard the doggy door again. Oh, come on, walk around shit, Sam. Okay, so everyone was supposed to come back. What is all this dust doing in the air, or is this snow? Why is there all this snow in the air? So everyone came back because Sam turned them back and she went down there, ran to Mike. Okay, so everyone should be down here. And because the rest of them lived. It's only Matt missing, and Matt would have survived till dawn with Jessica.
How do you rate our chances of survival?
I'm trying not to think about it.
It's almost dawn. And then...
Run!
Bitch! No, lock the door.
Shit!
Why are they standing stock still? Oh, shit. Get in my still position.
Don't fucking move a muscle.
Fuck, no! No, I didn't move! No. I didn't move! Fuck that. No. 1 second, be right back. No. I didn't fucking move. It was as still as it could be. I didn't fucking move. Hold on. Since that was the ending scene, I'm hoping resuming is gonna put me right before that happened, because that was bullshit. Yep. Alright. Let's try this again, because I'm not fucking it up at the end. I want to see what the ending is without fucking it up. And Mike is not dying. I cleared off a spot on my desk to put this down. I didn't move it. I didn't move. So if I can put this controller down on the desk for this to happen, and shit still happens, then Mike was supposed to be thrown across the room like that. But that didn't look like he survived a throne. So... And look at Emily be a bitch here. Look, pushes Ashley.
I'm trying not to think about it.
And of course, lock the door.
Go!
Look at this.
Run!
Close the door. Lock. Putting it down. I got the quick time events. I'll just touch the controller for the quick time events.
Don't fucking move a muscle.
Can't move when I don't touch. Wow, that was a long don't move. I'm glad I put the controller down. Oh shit. Oh, we saw the other ones. That's better. I'll try to hit quick time events as fast as I can. The miners are fighting Hannah? Why are they fighting? Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Why are they fighting? They seem to like hunt in a pack. Oh shit, Mike, what are you gonna do? Oh. So how does he ignite it? How does he make the switch ignite it? He's gotta make... Whoa. Whoa. Oh my god, Hannah is strong. Don't move. Ouch! That works. Do it gently. Yeah, don't break the insides. You still need the insides. Okay. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Yeah, save Mike. For sure. He just...
Hey!
Oh fuck. Why did I do that? Whoa, that's the scene. That's the scene. And that is Hannah. I think I see the edge of her butterfly. Yep. Holy fuck, Hannah. Hide. You can't get all the way to the switch. Ashley, don't you fucking hit it. Okay. What's on her head? What's that metal thing on Hannah's head? Is another miner still alive? Hide. Oh shit, did I just leave Sam to die? Oh, fuck balls. Nope, she can still live. Hannah, you've looked a lot better. Can she smell her? Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. Holy fuck. That is not how physics works. Wait, gotta check my butterfly effect that was updated. Once bitten, spared Emily, told the truth. Emily pushed past Ashley, putting her at risk. Such a bitch. Oh, results of chaos. Sam escaped, Mike escaped. Mike escaped, Ashley escaped. Emily escaped. Chris escaped. Yes! All of them, oh fuck. All of them, and Jessica had already said escaped. Damn it. Alright, let's watch it. Let's watch the end, because I fucked up Matt, but this is as good as it's gonna be. Maybe it was Ashley. Ashley has the boots.
We have visual. The main structure is completely destroyed. Over. Hold on. I'm seeing something.
Yeah, you saw Hannah's
looks like there are survivors. Let's pick them up.
Fuck. Four daughters of darkness. Don't scare Jessica to death.
No!
What am I about to watch here? Damn it! Don't remind me of that. Couldn't you have shown me what would have happened if Matt survived? Whoa.
The old man, I don't know how to describe him. I mean,
You said you thought he was stalking you at first. anyone else in your group think that?
Well, yeah.
Is it possible they could have killed him?
No.
What? No. No, you don't understand. Don't you
And
understand?
if he attacked you,
He saved my life,
Why did...
and I watched him die.
Why didn't
I
Mike...
heard Jessica. I don't know how or why she was down there, but I know I heard her.
Well, it wasn't Jessica.
He held it right up to my face. Right here, right in front of my nose, and he could have shot me. He almost shot me, the prick. I mean, you go out with a guy for however long, and you think you know him, but man, this one really takes the cake.
You're such a bitch. Everyone else is
How did
talking...
you end up in the mines?
I was carried and taken, and
What did you see?
I don't know. I don't know.
Why didn't Mike grab the documentation?
He's out of his fucking mind. He wanted to hurt us. Okay? And I thought he was the one who attacked Jess.
I thought we were close.
Hey, thank
After
you.
his sisters disappeared, he'd come and talk to me. He said I was the only one who understood him. I thought we had a connection.
Yeah, why did he torture you?
If you need someone to talk to,
I'm fine.
sometimes, after a traumatic experience,
I said I'm fine.
About Matt, have you found him?
no, not yet.
Yeah, well, don't look too hard.
You don't sound very concerned.
Fucker left me to die. He said he was my boyfriend, but then he basically murdered me. Would you give a shit?
Wow, bitch,
Your friend
back off.
Ashley, she told us she tried to help you. She said she heard you calling out.
Not me.
Wow.
Mike,
What do you remember?
he came for me. He did.
Came for you?
Where is he? Did he make it?
Yep.
You need to listen to me. I don't care if you believe me or not. Doesn't matter because you will. You need to go down to the mines.
Wow.
What's in the mines, Sam?
I've seen what's down there, and I'd give anything to unsee it.
Tell them to bring a lot of artillery and fire. Like, can you warn them? Can you warn them? Why would I skip? Is that all of it? Alright, let's hit skip then. Okay. Oh, fuck, there's more. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Hannah's spirit was released. Oh, God, is that the stranger's... Oh, God, he's chewing on the stranger's head.
there's something down here.
You have a visual on a survivor. One survivor, repeat. Is that?
Oh, fuck.
Stay back! Stay back! No! Stay back!
Holy fuck. Really? Now I can go episode by episode? Select an episode to replay and change the story. I might replay that episode and post it on here. I think I'm going to keep going and replay that episode and re-see what the end would possibly be. And finally, status and collectibles updated. The Wendigo in the mine had an identical butterfly tattoo, yes. The Wendigo in the mine also had a tattoo of the butterfly. Tattoo. Alright guys, this is almost finished, but I'm actually going to try to go back. This one never got filled in. So I guess I missed something with there. Okay, what was it? Joshua's alive, trapped, and cannibalistic. Fuck. That was his best outcome. he is the worst victim, only second to Hannah and Bethan. That is fucked up. Alright, hold on, I'm gonna wrap it up after I do this, so hold on. One moment, I'll wrap it up. Just give me a minute. I'm gonna go replay some shit and see what the ending comes out, and see if I can look up something and get the other totems so I can show you guys. So, hold on, I'm gonna try to get the other totems. I don't care about as much as this, unless this makes up some of the story too. So, hold on, I'll give you guys my thoughts. Just 1 minute, I'll be back. 1 minute to you guys. It's gonna take me a fucking long time to get back. Hold on. Okay, so I know I technically already beat the game, but when I saw the option to be able to go back through episodes where it tells you select an episode to replay and change the story, couldn't quite help it. You might also notice which face is on the screen right now. I'll tell you first and foremost, I went through and started getting back some of the totems. Yes. That is indeed all of them except for the last one I missed in chapter 10. I went to get a walkthrough of all the totems. I didn't look up anything else yet because I wanted to be able to do that, and I didn't want anything spoiled for me because I think this is going to let me skip around and be able to do what I want to do. So when I wanted to go back and get the totems, I literally just looked at my own videos of the choices I made myself, and went ahead and remade those choices as needed, and I was hoping it would let me back out every single time after I would find something. It indeed did, and let me keep the item. So I have been backing out of everything and going back and redoing certain things, except for going back and getting all the totems I need to get. The only difference being that I got the totem. I didn't change any decisions. I made all the same mistakes. I even made the same mistake where I stumbled with Mike to chase after Jess. I'm gonna say something about the totems, and I'm gonna say it after I've gotten them all. But I am going to go ahead and change the story right here and make it so Matt survives. Now, two things. One, this is my second time playing up to this point where it is right now. Actually, third, if you count the first time that I did for the camera. I just played it first to see if I could go ahead and call for help first and then get the flare gun, to see if he would not waste the shot, and that's not what happens. If you call for help, the Wendigo will go and cut the line, and the tower will fall without either of you two ever having access to the flare gun. So this time through, I went ahead and gave it to him again, and he wasted the shot again. Let me also point something out real quick. To those of you who said I needed to play into the character type that Matt is, let me show you something real quick. I know where the line started out off as. I know that maybe he's not the most brave, but do you see where it says he's honest and charitable? Maybe his bravery would have meant that he jumped on over, but the charitable part would make me think he wouldn't just leave people behind. So even that wouldn't really tell me. Even that was more than average to start the thing off with. Also, to see that the relationship was going down with Emily, I would like to point to exhibit, fuck everyone who said that. Because do you see how his relationship with Emily is the exact same? The exact same. I didn't make any different choices. Even every conversation was exactly the same that I had to go redo to get the totems. So, from her side, things might be different, but from Matt's side, he sure as hell still likes Emily. There's nothing to do with that. I will still give credit where credit is due. The only place that this game has really done something for Matt, now that I've seen it twice here, getting up to this point, Matt, yes, Emily is immediately antagonizing Matt as soon as it falls over. But the first thing Matt says is that this is super unsteady. And I missed that the first time around. She was so busy antagonizing me that I missed him saying it's super unsteady. And then I'm about to go through the choices again and see what else that I ended up missing. So here we go. He's supposed to... and I'm going to say I was supportive. I told her she was going to be fine the first time.
Emily, you're upset. You need to calm down. You're gonna be fine.
Stop talking! I can't take it!
Stop yelling at me and let me work this out, okay?
That's what distracted me.
No, you stop it! Why do you question every little thing I say? I'm goddamn sick of it!
See, this is... And concerned was still... This is where I was getting flustered with her because She was just being mean.
I'm gonna try and get to you and pull you up.
And then he said what his plan is.
Will you please?
Does anyone else notice that he said, I'm going to try to get to you and pull you up? Her arguing, me missing him saying this platform is really unsteady before he even starts bickering with Emily. All of that was completely consumed by the fact that she's bickering with him. So...
me on this goddamn tower, please, 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 Matt, just do something!
So in doing something, of course, I made the first choice of saving Emily.
I'm coming.
Yes.
Here.
But...
Oh, shit. Matt!
And he's saying whoa again. And he doesn't want to tip it. That, him saying I don't want to tip it, should have been the only true thing that I give to this game of doing right and giving you a clue that Matt should survive. Him saying it's unsteady, and then second saying I don't want to tip it, both times right after he's saying it, he's given the choice to either save Emily or jump to safety. The first time he's saying that, the first time it happens, he says that he's trying to think of a way to get to her and pull her up, alright? So it makes sense the first time to go after her, but the second time, he just said, I don't want to tip it. So, this is the one. I hope this doesn't mean that I die anyway because I tried to save her the first time. This is the one. I should have jumped to safety. Wow. She goes down really fucking fast.
Emily!
Wow. Alright. Wow. Really fucking fast that happens. That's something. As game loads. Okay. So status update.
She wasn't up there?
I don't know, I didn't see her.
I am hoping now that, I forgot which episode it is that he actually would die in. Okay, so now I'm gonna go to the part, I'm gonna skip from here, and I'm gonna go to the part where it should pick up with Matt's story. So, from here, whether it's, I'm gonna look up and see if it's later in chapter 6 or if it's chapter 7. I played these parts, so I'm not afraid to look for where Matt starts again. I'm just afraid to look anywhere past where Matt starts again. So, hold on one sec. And by the way, the last totem that I missed was chapter 10. Sam could have gotten it. I already have it on my list of, see, I made a quick little list of totems that I missed and all that jazz. Of missed totems and locations. As you see, I tried to be as severely not spoiler as possible because I had the feeling I was going to come back and redo something. So, hold on. 1 second. I'll be right back. Okay. Here we go. Holy shit. I'm going to tell you right now. From the last part of this that was recorded, that I really thought was going to be like the end of this, where I just changed one effect, but I said, hey, I'm gonna go back and actually change it for Matt. I was wrong about just being able to skip around chapters. I tried to skip to chapter 10, which is where Matt shows back up. And he was dead again. So I went back to chapter 6 and replayed it. And found out you have to actually replay from the point you want to change things from. So then I re-watched all the videos I've done to re-note all of my choices to make them all in sync, so nothing else changes other than the fact that I saved Matt this time. So that's the thing. Matt's alive. I don't know if I'm happy anymore about it. One thing is different. Okay, two things actually are different. So, save yourself. Matt jumped to safety. Instead of the butterfly effect of Matt tried to save Emily and he, like, fell into the mines, he jumped to safety. So that's not him being dragged away and then Matt died because he didn't have a way to protect himself. Also, at what price? So, someone told me that there are 3 different uses for the machete in this game. I found another one of the uses on accident. Mike still had a usable machete. Mike used the machete to defend himself. Yeah. I messed up once. I thought it was going to cost me the dog because Wolfie I thought I was going to have Wolfie get killed because they started coming for me, and I was thinking, okay, Mike can't die now that I've been towards the end. Like, Mike can't die there. So I thought Wolfie was going to end up dying for the mistake. Instead, he pulled out the machete and shoved it in this guy's chest. At first I was like, well, shit. There goes the whole they have skin made of armor thing. On further review, that actually just kind of emphasizes how leathery and armory their skin is. If you take, like, for example, a normal flak jacket worn by our armed forces will have two layers to it. There's a soft layer and there's a hard ceramic layer. So they've got the soft, what you would consider a bulletproof vest that any officer wears on duty and whatnot. And then they have a plate carrier that usually also has their rig on it with all their Molly and everything strapped to it. M-O-L-L-E. I've only known to call it Molly, but it's an acronym. So that's where you've got mag pouches, flashlight pouches, radio pouch, everything else needed, but also there are plates inside of it that they can put hard ceramic plates. And those plates are meant for two things. Higher caliber rifle rounds and knives and blades. See, the thing is, now after I thought about it a little bit, there's one thing that a bulletproof vest does not do very well. There are two things. One, higher caliber rounds will go through a bulletproof vest, or they'll do enough internal damage that it doesn't really matter. So the 30-06 used to be known as the cop killer because it used to be powerful enough to punch through one of those vests back in the day. Still are, depending on the vest. So people would use them to kill cops. Literally, if like robbers and things like that, trying to make a getaway, you need to have one on hand to try to kill pursuant people. The other thing that they are known for is the fact that a straight blade can get through it. It's meant to stop, like, the vest itself pretty much absorbs and disperses the force that's pressed against it. So it's almost like the same principle behind it of a spider's web, because that's actually kind of what the material was thought to be designed after. Tried to mimic what spider's web is made of, and it's actually just a cheap knockoff of what spiders produce naturally. Their webbing, a spider's web is meant to be able to capture something, and something that's moving especially. So a moth or something flies into it, and it kind of springs into it and springs back. It catches it, it cradles it. Well, that's what an officer's jacket will do for them. It'll cradle smaller calibers, handgun calibers, for example, things that don't have a lead core that could punch through it, a steel core rather, and that's important. So for like a 9mm, it'll probably take the hits, and you're gonna have some significant bruising. So you could die from the impact that it makes, but it's going to spread out the impact throughout the rest of the vest and kind of cradle it into the body. So broken ribs are natural in a bulletproof vest to get still from rounds. Bleeding, hopefully not bad internal, but I mean, you're going to have some contusions there. But hopefully that's the extent of it, and it'll save your life. Again, high caliber rounds, it cannot usually withstand that. That's why people, armed forces, overseas especially, and things like that, are wearing the ceramic plates to be able to take higher caliber. Now, something smaller and faster can still get through one of those. So they work in conjunction. The other thing that they can't take are straight blades. The focus of the force is so small in a straight blade that is going to go straight through. It's going to actually have so small of a point at which all the force is applied, and be so sharp as to be able to penetrate and cut cleanly, that is going to do far greater damage at a single point than a bullet does spread out to a vest. So actually, instead of it doing the damage of being spread out, it'll cut straight through and get through a soft vest. So if you think of these guys kind of being made like a bulletproof vest, yeah, it would take really high caliber rounds to kill them. Kind of like the caliber rounds that were probably in the hunting rifle, if it was like a 270 or above, or if it had steel core rounds inside of it, which is why the 57.57, the handgun round, the real rounds that are meant for it, or the P90, I believe, is going to be your we've got a semi-automatic. It's a full automatic version overseas. Those actually, the rounds for it are pretty piddly, except for the fact that they're all steel core. They'll rip right through soft jackets like that. That's why steel core rounds are banned in this country for most every single round you can think of, except for some NATO rounds that are sold. Very few calibers, very few rounds sold, because it can punch through jackets. So you don't want people being able to get through straight jackets. So anyway, that's that's just why that works instead. So he defended himself with the machete. So I didn't kick the barrel at first and missed. I shot one of them, the other one jumped me, and I put the machete through him. I didn't shoot the barrel at all, so I didn't release one of the Wendigo spirits at that moment. But I have more to say about the Wendigo spirits being released. But anyway, I defended myself, and I still found a way through the sanatorium, and the big bang at the very end of it happened anyway, so that didn't change anything. But anyway, that's why a blade will still go through these things' skin. I doubt the same thing would happen trying to decapitate the thing, because then again, instead of the blade being at a point, and that point, the focus of all the force being at one single smallest, as you can think of, point, being able to create the initial hole to go through. If you tried to swing that sucker at a neck, maybe if you tried to stab through the neck and go sideways, but if you tried to swing it out of the neck, again, you're dispersing force. So it's not going to work like that. So, if you're wondering why the shotgun wouldn't go through it either, he was either probably using a buckshot or birdshot in there. It'll slow him down. A slug might have enough force since it is just so damn heavy and going at such a great velocity. A slug from a shotgun might be able to get through that, but most people don't get slugs for their shotguns. Most people don't know that the accuracy of a shotgun is a lot further with a rifled slug than you would assume. They think you have to have a rifled barrel to the shotgun and a sabot slug, which is not true. I can accurately shoot a shotgun with a rifled slug 300 or 400 yards to a 12 by 12 plate. It is not a hard thing to do if you know what you're doing, you know where to hold, you're paying attention, and even wind isn't as much of a factor on such a heavy slug. So, you know, yeah, he's probably shooting bird or buckshot at the thing. No single small one of those pellets. They might have a smaller impact that could get through, you would think could get through, but there's not enough weight behind it, because weight actually does matter in this equation. The equal and opposite force type thing, where if you only got a little BB that's flying at it, it's got to fly super fucking fast to be able to do the same damage as something that's flying at the same speed but has a little bit more weight. Even if it's making such a small print, it's going to more than likely bounce. The machete or something like that, equal and opposite force is still being applied. However, the thing behind it is pushing it through. And again, okay, so physics, everyone, yay! That's what happened there. So anyway, why did I ramble about that? Because that's the one thing that did change, other than the fact that Matt is alive. Matt is fucking alive. Matt's alive. Also, there's a relationship status that I saw that really intrigued me that I should have paid more attention to earlier, but we won't care about that right now. Matt is alive. He's been wandering around these mines for a really long fucking time, because it is almost dawn already with him. And this is what Emily did, or Jessica did. I remember because it wasn't that long ago that I did this with Jessica, where I lit the lantern after I found that lighter. Holy shit! Oh! Holy fuck!
Matt, no, Matt, please.
Did you just kill Matt?
Nice to see you too.
Oh my god.
Holy shit.
Oh my god.
Well, I gotta pay attention now.
Are you okay?
Define okay.
Look at her.
Jesus, Chess.
What butterfly effect? Because these are all now new. He got hit with the shovel. Oh, Matt found Jessica. Okay. Yeah, I figured it was gonna be Matt Dunn got whacked upside his head. But never mind.
What the hell happened to you? How the fuck are you still alive?
Yeah.
Shit. Not alone up. Oh, wait. He's been wandering around these mines after they went to the tower to radio about the psycho. Oh shit, he doesn't know. He can say not alone up here, but he doesn't fucking know. Question her, because she actually...
How did you end up down here?
Mike and I we were messing around and then it was...
What?
I don't know. I was by the window and there was all this glass and it was in the snow and then it was moving so fast. Fuck. And then I was down here. Oh God.
Can you move?
Yeah.
Come on, Jess.
All right, so I play as Matt now? Make a lot more sense of this little chapter if... Yeah. She's the one hurting. Oh, fuck. Still gotta deal with those shitheads, though. I really don't want to fuck this up because I don't know if I can stop it and hit the continue button. Because, again, I had to go from so far back. By the way, I know the last totem is done by Sam, and I know where it is, so I'm not even worried about finding shit or clues. I'm just worried about making them get out alive. So, there's that. Just want them to live. That's it. That's all. Not looking for anything special. I know she had to hide and not move, and I know this... my controller's a bit wonky, so because I was being able to hold it still, and it still was jittering a bit, so... I'm ready to put the controller down for a do not move situation. Though I'm not curious enough. Come on, let's keep going. Don't leave her behind. She's gimpy. Come on. She can make it out alone without you, so don't fucking leave her behind. Both of you need to survive. Both of you are going to survive without even knowing the real danger. Oh, shit. I'm not going to go replay it again. Yeah, I'm not. No. Also, I know how to make his head move. No, I'm not replaying it again. Yeah. I was thinking all of a sudden, shit, if he hadn't fired the flare, if I tried to save Emily and he had to defend himself with the flare instead, he actually would know the real danger. Because if he had lived through that, then he would have known that he wasn't being dragged by the psycho. He would have known that it's the Wendigo. Or he wouldn't have known the name of the Wendigo. He would have known it's a monster. So that would have actually changed the ending, which, by the way, I found out. I can't play this enough times to show you guys all the endings, and I will tell you why soon. Oh, fuck. Here it is. Soon. Hide.
Which way?
Hide. Hide.
Come on, Jess.
Controller is down. Not moving. Can't say I fucking move at all. Okay. Oh, wow. The situation, he catches her?
Does this hurt?
Does this hurt? Yes. Probably would hurt more if you made noise and got your face ripped off.
We gotta do this. Get out of here. Come on.
By the way, when I tried to re-look up everything...
Jess, come on.
Jess only dies in one way. Is horrific. It's the way that... Oh, I gotta show you. I'll show you in a second.
Jess, come on.
Oh fuck, hide. Where's the hide? Hide together. Of course fucking hide together. Whoa.
Okay.
And somehow they can see the lodge from there. And somehow they can get down from a sheer cliff that they were hugging the wall of. So therefore now, ipso facto Delorum and all that shit. Look at what I got. I have a new butterfly effect. And survived until dawn. Matt found Jessica and survived until dawn. Guess who survived until dawn? Matt and Jessica. By the way, I'll show you the totem in a second because I'm about to be able... Oh, wait. What's at the end? Oh, it's another butterfly effect that I'm aware of. That... And Hannah recognized Joss. We've all seen that. You guys just saw it like 10 minutes ago. You guys saw me fucking look for it and I missed it. I so fucking looked for it and missed it. You saw the diverging paths right there and whatnot? It's like, oh, you should totally diverge paths and try to cover all of them. And I was like, oh, both ways you go, you still cover everything, right? And then I continued to go down the left side, I think. Or I came around the right side and I looked near this tree. That's right. So I looked near this tree and I went, there's not anything over here. Anyone else see where I'm an idiot at this point? Anyone else? Anyone? Bueller? Anyone see where I'm an idiot? Looking at this tree, clicking all around, not finding shit? Yeah, there it fucking was. There it fucking was. Didn't have to redo this chapter. Oh no. Whatever. So Danger Totem? Night of the Totem Hunter. That's because I have all of them. Now let me quickly go through them with you before I replay the ending and see how it's changed. I'll explain why the ending can have actually more than one ending, even if you save all of them, just in a moment. So now, let's go through all the totems I did not have playing this game. I've got the list right here. So I didn't have Danger, Loss, and Guidance, the second one of all of those. So yeah, Danger, Loss, Guidance. I didn't have these. Let me show you some things that would have been nice to know, but I still thought my way around in most cases. Alright, that one, Danger. Why the fuck did they even make the totem? Why? You can't skip that event. It's like, there's like 3 totems in this game that no matter what the fuck you do, because I've been through all of them and I counted, there's 3. 3 totems in the game that make no fucking sense because they're gonna happen whether you have the totem for it or not. So the totem can go fuck itself. This one, that's how I know how Jessica dies, because that lost totem right there, her animation for dying is one and only one. Her bottom jaw gets ripped off if you fuck up with Jessica. And finally this one. Would have been nice not have to ponder that over and over, because as you guys know with totems, I like to rewind them over and over. Guess what you see if you hit replay over and over with this? Oh my god, is that a decrepit arm? Oh my god, is that Mike's hand near a tag? Oh, it's a bear trap. That's what I didn't get to see because I decided to walk past the thing that had like fucking sirens coming off of it that it was a bad idea. So, there you go. There's a totem for that also, but I didn't need the fucker. Which other ones did I not have? I didn't have Danger that I just got right there, the last Danger. And I didn't have Guidance number 4. I didn't have this one. Didn't need it. I'm not a dumb fuck who kicks dogs. I befriended the dog. Since I befriended the dog led me around the sanatorium, as said by these things. Now, before I do my wrap up of the ending, because I'm about to be able to do the ending again, let me say something. Now that I have had to go redo the totems, I have seen them, I know all of them, and I've also had to replay and save Matt, which means I also had to look up shit about Matt to do it, even if I tried not to look for spoilers. I saw in the background of what could tell you now of all of this, because I've seen all the butterfly effects that are presented to me from the choices I've made. I've looked up Matt to see when he had to play again, which meant I looked at his wiki page. So when I saw you see him again at chapter 10, I stopped. I did not see how you get through chapter 10 with my Matt. However, I did see that he can die and nothing fucking tells you necessarily his traits. Somebody tried to tell me that it was in his character info, his relationship status. I've already said, fuck that noise, that his relationship as it pertained to Emily was just fine. So nothing told me that I should leave Emily behind. Also, nothing really told me that I shouldn't go along with Emily. As his other traits, he's not really brave, he's not really funny, but he's honest and charitable, and he's like a whipped dog from the get-go. Everything in the game told me to agree with her. So nothing, no totem, which the totems are the only things that are really supposed to lead you through this game to tell you what you're supposed to do and not do, not the relationship statuses, as I did look up relationship and character traits. I looked that shit up. I looked it up to find out why the fuck that shit exists. Because once I saw all the possible totems other than this last one, I've seen them. I've already been thinking about this. So I looked it up. I did not think the last totem was going to tell me anything, as it would have been after Matt had died. I looked up what these things tell you. It only changes the ending. These fuckers are not supposed to help you out with your choices during the game. It's just your character traits and your relationship as pertaining to the other characters, which then determine what they say in their ending interviews. Yeah, that's right. That's all they do. So this little change right here, that the status change that you see over and over and over, it only changes the ending of what they say in the interview. Doesn't give you a clue on what you're supposed to do. Nothing said I should not agree with Emily. Nothing said I shouldn't save Emily unless you count. Unless you count the fact that he said it was unstable and I was given the choice twice to go for my own safety. By the second time, I should have realized that when he was saying it was tipping, unstable first, and then she bitched at me, and then I tried to save her and nothing went well and he said it's tipping, I should have known to jump. That's the only credit I will give this game, but I will never fucking give it the credit for the flare gun, knowing when to use the flare gun. That is fucking bullshit, because if I played into Matt exactly as this game told me how to play into Matt, if I played into it as I did from the beginning, it would have told me to agree with Emily. I'm her little whipping boy. The only thing that possibly could change that in my mind for the character traits and relationship status is if I could have somehow decreased Emily's relationship status with me even more. But she fucking hated me at the ending. Did you see that? She fucking I tried to save her twice and she said that I left her for dead. She didn't like me, even though I agreed and did everything for her. So what was I supposed to do? Take her side and everything, and hopefully she liked me a bit more? Like, I tried to save her fucking ass. How many different ways was I supposed to go with this before, like, really, like, maybe if I started agreeing with her more and the relationship status was even higher instead of being lower, wouldn't it have more reasons to agree with her and not disagree with the plan of going to the fire tower? Doesn't fucking make sense. There's nothing that makes sense of the fucking flare gun. The only thing for that is trial and error. And that is in part okay because there is a second redeeming factor for how to save Matt. And I missed it. So the flare gun is null to me. That shit's out the window. The second redeeming factor, the way you're supposed to save Matt in my eyes for this game, is to jump for safety once he tells you 3 different times that this shit's gonna go over and it's not gonna work for him to get to Emily. The only other way for it to have worked is possibly for him to get the safety and then try to pull her up, but immediately tip the whole tower. It's not his fucking fault. I will never stop believing that. Don't stop believing. Doesn't matter what you guys say in the comments. There's no fucking thing that told you in this game to save his ass any other fucking way. So anyway, let's play to the end, shall we? I'm going to do the very ending again so I can see the very end again and see how the dialogue might change a little bit with Matt having survived. Especially Matt's own dialogue of what he says at the end. Let's see if it was worth it, shall we? And then I'll quickly wrap up my thoughts, because I can quickly wrap this one up as I did my research in the in-betweens and going through all the shit again for the past 6 hours, it feels like. I know it's not just feels like it was. So, one sec. BRB. Here's the real ending with everyone surviving, minus the variations of the relationship status and character traits between the characters. Hold on. Okay, so by the way, it just occurred to me that one of the reasons I even did this, I forgot to just show you guys, is finally the events of the past. The timeline is filled. So here's the events of the past. Yay!
Many years ago, my grandfather hunted those possessed by the curse. But there was one that eluded him. The fiercest of all, the Macapichu. It was a terrible thing, and my grandfather could not defeat it. Sometime after, the prospectors came to mine this mountain. until a cave-in trapped the men and woke the curse again. And there were dozens of men, no food, no light. And in that blackness, the hunger came. They were consumed by their abominable cravings and driven mad. Murderers, cannibals, eating human flesh. And if you kill this monstrous thing, the spirit is released and swirls the mountain like an evil wind waiting to possess again. You best not kill them, I have tried. You can only trap them, taunt them with fire. And after all these years, after many moons and many hunts, the Macapichu still roamed free, out of my grasp, beyond my reach. Until one night, a year ago, I was finally able to get him in my sights. But we were not alone in the woods that night. While I was tracking the Macapichu, it was tracking something else. The Macapichu forced your friends over the mountain. There was nothing I could do. I couldn't save your friends, but I could avenge them. I hunted the Wendigo down and I doused it with fire. The Macapichu was dead.
All right, so that actually explains a whole hell of a lot. So the Macapichu, that is the strongest of all of them, and that one of all of them did not die easily. His grandfather got killed by it, and he hunted it, as well as doing what his grandfather did, was trapping the son of bitches all over the place, doing his best to contain them, as he said in his little exposition to somebody sometime in this game. Maybe it was written down in his book. Anyway, he was the only, I think it was in his diary, yes, he was the only person that he knew that could actually tame them or contain them or whatever. So the Macapichu is a big deal, simply because it's the one that has dominance over, it seems like, all the other ones. The Macapichu is the one that would be most likely to have inhabited Hannah. Even with how strong and possessive it was, Hannah held out for a freaking month and some change before she actually resorted to eating Beth. While these other people who are being possessed, they didn't even last that long before they actually resorted to eating others. So, it also means to say that Hannah is the strongest of them, if that's the spirit. And also, if you'll see that when she kills, she's already killed one, I think, and the ending's about to be over. She's already killed one, and no spirit was released. If you notice in the rest of the game, the fiery red head comes out, and it just finally, in the events of the past, it says that the spirit's released and it swirls the mountain, waiting to possess somebody else. But when Hannah does it, no spirit comes out. Either she absorbs the damn thing, or when she kills, it's for goods. It's for keeps. I don't know if she can create for keeps, but she sure as hell can kill for keeps. So, the Macapichu is son of a bitch, and it's got Hannah, and Hannah is the strongest of them and the one to be most feared. Also, in all the things that I didn't say, in all the relationships that actually make sense finally of all this, take note that the relationship status for Sam, if you are able to see relationship status for her prior to the death, I would assume that it would show that Sam's relationship status with the twins is what's highest, that hers with everyone else is kind of low. She really doesn't have any other friends. She was Hannah's best friend. She was Hannah and Beth's close friend. And by default, she just tolerated Jess and Mike and the rest of them. However, as you see here, her bravery is the highest of anyone starting off, and it can get even higher depending on what choices you make. In this whole thing, I've made choices that have brought it above that line and brought it back below that line. I believe during this little segment, it brought it even back below that line again. But Mike, relationship status with Mike is the highest now, and it makes sense. They're the bravest ones and the only ones willing to risk their necks. Being as it may for that, it means that in a crisis, it's most easily to relate to people who also will act like you in a crisis. She and Mike are the only two willing to put their necks out consistently. Chris is willing to do it for Josh, but he's Josh's best friend and feels obligatory feelings for to go and get him. Matt kind of will put his neck out for Emily, but he's like a whipping dog. Jess doesn't even have an opportunity. It's not really, but she and Mike are the ones that pull the prank in the no, it's not her and Mike that pull in the first place. It's Mike and Emily. Because Mike and Emily are together, and since Hannah liked Mike, Emily wanted to pull a prank on her, and Mike was the bait for it. So it's not even that. Anyway, the relationship status is highest with Mike because they're the two willing to put their neck out for the whole group, and if not for just the sake of getting through and doing what's quote-unquote right. Even seen when Mike is about to shoot Emily, and you can shoot her, that is one of the ways that Emily can die. It's just a thing of they understand. Even when he doesn't, Sam is the first to say, you did the right thing. Sam is also the only one to kind of keep a level head in that whole situation, that isn't spazzing, that isn't kind of almost comatose and shocked from all the events, as Chris kind of sided with Ashley by passively saying, I've seen what they can do, I don't want to see it again, in the whole situation with Mike holding the gun to Emily, and telling Emily that she's got to leave. You saw kind of two sides of the whole coin, of Sam saying, let's inspect her, kind of saying, like, let's take the cautious approach, but let's take an approach. Don't get that mistaken. There's an approach, it's just cautious. Well, Mike's approach says, yeah, we're going to take an approach, and it's she gets the fuck out or we kill her. So both of them have a way of doing things. Ashley just turned into a puss cake. Emily could barely articulate exactly why she should even stay there. And even though she was trying to say, I know what you guys are thinking. It's hard to defend yourself when you feel ganged up on. And Chris immediately defaulted to being pretty much in shock. So these two brave ones, he puts a gun down and Sam says, hey, I get it. I get where you're coming from. I get why you pointed the gun and you did the right thing to put it down. Almost as if saying, I came to that conclusion too, but I wanted to think this shit through a little bit more than you did before I was willing to kick a friend out in the cold. And I use friend loosely because she's not bound to any of these people other than Mike after everything they've been through. So let's watch the ending, and then I swear I'll wrap this up as quickly as I possibly can, because it's time to wrap this game up. It's time to wrap this shit up. So let me click back over and make sure that everything is being captured the way it's supposed to. Yes! And let's watch it. Oh yeah, she needs to hide again. And that lets Mike go. They're the last two to go because they're the bravest. But Mike was willing to put his neck out there and they had signals. Did you see, Sam gave the nod. Sam gave the nod for Mike to go over to the switch and crush the ball. They knew what they were talking about. None of the others are on the same page. That's gotta be freaky as shit. And that is very realistic looking. While playing this. Interception. And bam, bitch. There you go. So finally, we have the butterfly effect update that shouldn't be any different because it's the results of the chaos. Sam escaped, Mike escaped, Ashley escaped, Emily escaped, Chris escaped. And as we saw up here, Jess survived until dawn, and Matt survived until dawn. So the only difference is in the ending now, in the ending interview, is this shit right here. Other than being able to tell you possibly why they'd say the shit they'd say, or maybe in the cutscenes why their actions were the way they were. In the cutscenes. Places you couldn't control them. Cutscenes. Not for choices you were supposed to make. Fuck that noise with Matt. Okay.
visual. The main structure is completely destroyed. Over.
And there goes
Hold on. I'm seeing something.
the Macapichu's slash
It
Hannah's
looks like there are survivors.
Wendigo spirit. That's it going away.
Let's pick them up.
Not two of them, only one. Because the Macapichu was present for the death. The Quicker Man. I don't know what that trophy is, but I'm gonna assume I'm awesome. They all live. I know what that means. So anyway. And that is horrible. And let's... Here we go.
The old man, I don't know how to describe him. I mean,
You said you thought he was stalking you at first. Did anyone else in your group think that?
well, yeah.
Is it possible they could have killed him?
What? No. No, you don't understand. Don't you understand?
If he attacked you,
He saved my life. And I watched him die.
I heard Jessica. I don't know how or why she was down there, but I know I heard her.
He held it right up to my face. Right here, right in front of my nose, and he could have shot me. He almost shot me, the prick.
I wonder-
You go out with a guy for however long and you think you know him, but man, this one really takes the
I
cake.
wonder what would have happened if she was never bit.
I was right there, and I could have done something. I tried to do something. It wasn't good enough.
How did you end up in the mines?
I was carried and taken, and
What did you see?
I don't know. I don't know.
He was out of his fucking mind. He wanted to hurt us. Okay? And I thought he was the one who attacked Jess.
I thought we were close. After his sisters disappeared, he'd come and talk to me. He said I was the only one who understood him. I thought we had a connection.
If you need someone to talk to,
I'm fine.
sometimes, after a traumatic experience,
I said I'm fine.
You bringing in Meat Brain next? Gonna
Meat
kick
Brain?
him around a bit for me?
I'm sorry?
Meat Brain, Mr. Muscle Brawn, Matt the Incredible Sulk.
Is there something we need to know?
Oh, no, nothing important except, you know, how he basically left me to die up on a freaking tumbling tower like a world-class douche nozzle?
Fuck you, Emily.
Your friend Ashley, she told us she tried to help you. She said she heard you calling out.
Not me. Mike.
What do you remember?
He came for me. He did.
Came for you?
Where is he? Did he make it?
Yes, he did.
You need to listen to me. I don't care if you believe me or not. Doesn't matter because you will. You need to go down to the mines.
What's in the mines, Sam?
I've seen what's down there, and I'd give anything to unsee it.
Then why not, like, give him a better warning? But anyway, I wonder if this changes at all. Nope.
there's something down here.
We have a visual on a survivor. One survivor, repeat. Is that?
Oh, fuck.
Stay back! Stay back! No! Stay back!
Yeah. Should have warned him about that. So anyway, my wrap up to everything. I've got notes. So as for something as basic as the controls are a bit wonky. but the wonkiness out of them is to be expected when you are given a forced perspective. In my first experience with like forced perspective wonky controllers, I think was like Resident Evil 3 in a 3D landscape. I played 3 before I even played the first or second, I think. I watched my brother play the first and second, and then I played 3 myself. I watched him play 3, and then I played 3 myself. Anyway, when you're giving somebody a forced perspective and you change perspectives or you go around the corner, you do anything, of course, the controller scheme can flip on you. And they did the best with what they had. They did the best out of anyone that's given you a forced perspective that I've played the game for. So the controllers feel wonky, but you get used to it, and it's not nearly as bad as like the aforementioned like Resident Evil series before the remakes of like 1, 2, and 3, or I mean 1 and 3. Has 2 been remade yet? I don't remember. No, 1 and 2. 3 hasn't been remade. Nemesis, I would really love if they remade the Nemesis. That forced perspective can really screw up because as you're hitting one direction, then the camera flips, and if you don't do the control right, you could all of a sudden walk like immediately the direction you don't want to go. And they did it pretty fluidly, where if you're pointing the direction in one direction, you keep it there until you re-press the analog stick. So that's about as best as you can get with the forced perspective. I understand why they did it like that, because I also, for this very last bit of a review, did my research for Until Dawn. They did their research. I watched all the bonus content. I looked up other stuff online about exactly what went into making this game. And for looking all that up to really just give final thoughts, yes, they did do due diligence to every single thing they put into this game. They had panels of seeing if everything was kind of scary enough, and when things weren't, they kind of tweaked it. They had panels of seeing how people reacted to kind of the character tropes. Even if they did put a fucking character trope with the black guy dying first. But they did the character tropes and whatnot, and more importantly, they did 2 different genres of kind of horror, and on top of all of it, they added a bit of mysticism of where one of those genres of horror comes from. So one genre is literally, you can even think of, most people would think of Friday the 13th, because if you remember, Jason was not the original killer for Friday the 13th. Jason's mom was the original killer. Jason's mom had a vendetta against people letting her son die. Kind of like Josh had a vendetta against people for letting his sisters die, pulling the prank. I still don't get why he would include Sam in all that shit, as she is the only one that made a connection with the sisters out of all of them. She was their best friend, Hannah's best friend in particular. And as you see in the ending credits, was the only one that, really knew, like, Josh as he's going through the depressive time. Chris realized he was off medicine, but he had never seen him like that. I think Sam had kind of seen some of that side of him. And Sam is also the one that read all the documents and everything about what therapy he's gone through. So they did due diligence, and they incorporated kind of like the scary horror of some of the films like Friday the 13th, where it feels like there's a killer coming after you. And the psycho is the killer. And then they transitioned from the psycho really well on over to the Wendigos. And they didn't just bring up Wendigo out of nowhere. They actually did really good research on how these things came about, the folklore that goes behind them, the tribes that have stories about them, the last Wendigo ever to exist and everything in common lore, and how they're created, why they inhabit people and all that jazz. So they did really, really well for what they were going for. What they're going for might not fit everyone out there. So, like, it didn't scare me as much as some of these first-person kind of horror games where I feel like I'm more in the shoes. I felt like I was literally doing what I do for a teen horror flick, which is I was analyzing the fuck out of it. But I was taking the back row seat. I wasn't ever feeling like I was a character, really, which is not the same as I felt for many other games, where I really feel like I'm tense because I feel like I'm that character. Like, I start speaking of I don't know what to do, as in I for the character. And in this game, I never got to that level. I would say Sam, or like, I would not exclaim, I don't know what to do. I would say Sam doesn't know what to do, or what do I do with Sam, or something like that. So I never got to that point, but for what they were trying to accomplish, they did it really spot on. They hit all the tropes for the kind of horror film that is like, that would have been the Psycho, if the Psycho had killer intent. if they could have very well kept going with it and made the storyline of making people have choices, and Josh was the real killer and covered it up, but Chris could have ended up killing himself. Ashley could have been the survivor to get out, to meet up with Mike and Sam to see that what had just been set up for them, to run into even more traps, to whatever, blah blah blah. It could have snowballed. You could see how they could have even kept going, but they actually were able to transition it straight into the Wendigo side. And I'm glad I replayed Matt, if not for the fact that he only got one fucking line in, pretty much, in the ending credits, which pisses me off that I replayed the game for one fucking line. Damn it. He showed that they, the perception of the situation was still, since it was separated, that there was a psycho. So Matt never knew any difference. Jess never even knew what hit her. And everyone else evolved to the new situation as the situation was presented to them. So as for the game in whole, for me, I liked it. I really did, except for one thing. They really, I think, so you could have skipped a lot of things, and it's the butterfly effect, but they did an injustice to Josh. I think the real victims in this game, other than Hannah and Beth, the number one victim of the game is not all the people that got tortured by Josh, and not the people that got stalked by the Wendigos. It's fucking Josh. Josh is and there was no way to save him. You could not save Josh. I did also look that up. Could you save Josh? You cannot, no matter what you do, no matter what events you go through. Josh, the best you can do for Josh is to have him recognize Hannah, so Hannah takes him down to pretty much be made into a Wendigo. Way, you family reunion, yay. That's the weirdest fucked up family reunion, except for Hannah never makes it back down there herself, so he's now alone, taking her place as the Macapichu. He is... So he already has a disorder that is not being diagnosed properly. He's having side effects of the medicine, so he wants to stop taking them. And then all of a sudden he has the death of his sisters. Death of his sisters sends him overboard. Again, he is misdiagnosed because of the death of his sisters. And as far as I remember from the notes I'd taken, he was misdiagnosed even though he was mentally ill. He became suicidal tendencies, severe depression, all thought to be a part of their death with his mental illness before, that was never really properly diagnosed as psychosis. Even the biggest antagonist in the first half of the game, the Psycho, if you remember the cutscene of him imagining his sisters, he's taking orders from his sisters. And he does so by taking the form of the Psycho to torture the friends. But when it's actually inside of his head, when you actually get to see what's going on in there, the Psycho is a different personality altogether. It's a different hallucination as far as being auditory is involved. But as much as they've implied of what he possibly saw as reality, which is one of the big differences between schizophrenia and psychotic disorder, that he saw reality differently. It's not that he just had hallucinations. He interpreted the world differently. Like he was saying to Chris and Mike as they were trying to lock him up, that he had a world of his own creating that he put them into. It was almost as if he was trying to make them see what he saw all along after he stopped taking his medicines, and before he was even really taking his medicines, because he's never diagnosed all the way well. He was having bad side effects and getting off of them because they were never giving him exactly what he needed. So, I mean, like, the mother of all victims in this whole fucking game is Josh, and they don't give him enough limelight of what he's going through until the very end, and then he's done enough shit by that point that it's really hard to feel sympathetic for him, and then you can't even save him. That is some bullshit that should be reserved for a character that more deserved it than Josh. Josh went through hell and back, did something that shouldn't have cost anyone their lives. Might have seemed weird, but then the second you get a slip into his brain and what he's really been through, you realize that he's really acting under a psychotic breakdown, a psychotic disorder. Psychosis is real and it's fucked up. And that's So, I liked it. And I liked it because I was able to, like, really break this game down. I could break down some points, and, you know, people were like, somebody said you probably have played it, and wanted me to explain myself pretty much. Actually, they didn't tell me to explain myself, but I did. You could break down this game pretty easily if you're paying attention to what was happening. Especially with little notes of it throwing in the totems early on of, look at the clothing and see how they're clothed. And I could see by the clothing who was possibly in each of the totems. And totems. Can't switch now. And in the totems, I saw things that kind of led me to believe, okay, this character is going to be the one in this situation. So this is how I'm looking out for him. So when I would play them or be in the surroundings, I actually paid attention to that shit. And then when I saw the swinging arm of death, I kind of thought, hey, that's a swinging arm of death. And I got to, like, really wrap my head around it and do the thing I like most, which is really kind of do the mind game and see if I could do the whole psychological breakdown of what the fuck is happening. And I saw it through, and I saw it correctly. I love being able to do that, which is why I think Matt's death originally pissed me off so badly, because I'm usually really good at it. I did it really well for Left Behind. I mean, for The Last of Us. And for its DLC Left Behind. I mean, I did it super fucking well. I was able to keep up with it and keep a running log of exactly how the characters were evolving. And it led me to kind of play exactly how the game was supposed to be played, in my opinion, of feeling in exactly what they're going through, how they're going through it, and making the correct choices at the correct times for all of the characters to do exactly what they need to do, and being able to call the situations that were going to be presented to them as I was being able to, like, pick it apart. I picked everyone apart perfectly, mostly perfectly, except for Matt's situation, which gave you no fucking clues. That's some bullshit, but it did play into the trope, which is anyone can die at any time. That is another horror trope. Anyone can die at any time. Usually there is a protagonist, but even the survivor of Friday the 13th is the first victim of the next movie. She even does not get to live. So even the kind of slasher that they're blueprinting the first half of the game off of, yes, which would be Sam as the protagonist, she doesn't get to live for its sequel. She has to die. So anyone can die at any moment. Yes, I know that's another trope. The black guy dies first. That was a trope that existed prior to the 80s and the first film to really be considered mainstream now, but was not in the mainstream back then because it was a B film at best, maybe C film, was Night of the Living Dead. The black guy lived till the end, and then he still fucking died. But that trope was only broken a few times until the 80s, even into the 90s, where the black guy dies first. And they brought it back. It was good. So they really did their research. I really liked it. The scares they got out of me were well-deserved because they built them up properly. The analysis they got out of me was usually well-deserved because they built up to it properly, so I could see my way through the situation. The QuickTime events were a bit bullshit every now and then, but as are most QuickTime events, as they can be bullshit, they had a chance of randomity into it. I know that's a word that I made up, but it's my word. I made it up years ago. Don't fuck with it. The randomity that QuickTime events can lead into it can also play into the fact that in these horror tropes, anyone can die at any time. Again, that's a general one, except for there are some redeeming qualities of who cannot die, but whatever. So, I liked it. It was good. It was a good game. Now that I've replayed it, I realize that I could probably shoot through and zoom through this game without getting deep into the storyline in probably a really good click. It took me 6 hours to replay it pretty much, but that was me retrying to find a few things and trying to do everything perfectly exactly as I did before. When I was able to zoom through one or two of those chapters, not having to really worry about any of the events, I was getting through them in like 30 minutes a chapter. I could have done this game probably in 5 hours, which would have been 5 episodes. If I had not cared about knowing anything below the surface and just surviving and to get to the next day. And if I was okay with letting a character or two die because I didn't look below the surface, as if I had not looked below the surface, I probably would have let Josh die, even though, once again, Josh fucking dies no matter what you do. That shit is bull. I hate that. That is the one thing I don't like about this game. I mean, it does fit into, there's a new monster, and it gives the reason for there to be a sequel if they choose to do one. And blah, 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 all these other things. But the one person that psychologically is unfit to be in this situation should be the person... I don't know. I'm just torn. And at the beginning of this game, I really thought the people I wanted to live were Sam, Chris, and Josh, maybe. Did I say Josh at the very beginning? Because he didn't deserve all this. But once I kind of figured out the psycho was Josh, I wasn't rooting for him as much. But when I figured out he had a disorder, if I could go back, I did not realize I'd end up rooting for Mike for his bravery. I did not realize I'd end up not liking Ashley for being a son of a bitch and breaking down and having to be encouraged over and over, even while playing her, to get through things. Like, she frustrated me after a while. And the fact that she was so eager to kick Emily out, she was just hiding behind everyone, and it started to annoy me. And when Chris, her savior, if you will, in some points of this game, gets hurt, she isn't really as sympathetic as she should be during her own segment. She made me like her less and less. So I didn't really, and Emily had redeeming qualities, but she's still on my hit list. Like, I want the bitch to die. If I replayed the game, I'd let her die. I'd let her die in the worst way I could possibly think of, trying to think back in the ways that Emily could die. I'd let the bitch die. I'd let her fucking die. Emily was not necessary, and was just the trope of the complete and utter bitch who has apparently no redeeming qualities other than being smart. But her smartness was not played out enough in the game. So even if she is the smartest character in the game, which in retrospect she is, the most cunning is Josh, and the smartest is Emily, followed closely by Josh and Sam. Just because he's mentally ill does not mean he's not smart. He had to be really fucking smart to plan out everything that was going to go. So, like, they could have put her having more redeeming qualities other than pointing out the fact that the sanatorium and the hotel kind of have the beeline and making Mike realize that that's how he got back and he could go back and get the keys and blah, blah, blah. Putting a few pieces together, she did nothing much more other than that. And giving the exposition that she gave was completely trumped by the stranger actually saying all the facts that she started telling everybody else in there. By the way, stranger dying is another piece of bullshit, but it is a trope. You can't let the smart guy live. It's kind of like in The Shining, the black guy that had the shine in the movie, not the books. He had to die. He had one role, and once his role was finished, he had to die because he could have done too much damage to the antagonist of the story. He had hunted and trapped these things. He was too much of a threat the whole time, and it would have completely dispelled the threat that was there. And Emily even pointed out, after the whole thing had gone down, once she had lived and not been shot by Mike, she said, I thought he was going to protect us. You thought wrong, he had to die. He was a trope. He was the trope of, I have all the information, let me fill in all the plot holes for you, because if I'm not here, then there's a fuck ton of plot holes. Why would you ever act in the actions that you're about to take? But even in being that, he was so tropish in the fact that he couldn't even fill in one of the glaring ones, which is, there are multiple Wendigo. He never told them there are multiple Wendigo. There are Wendigos. He kept saying it in the singular, and even when they gone, it was only the only time. There's only one time I think I can recall, and I can't recall off the top of my head, that he ever referred to like the Wendigo spirit as being plural. So he kind of didn't even fulfill his purpose all the way because in rethinking about it, the only reason Mike went back was because thinking there was one Wendigo, they had to get out, they're in a cage waiting to be eaten, and after they read the guy's journal, they figure out, oh fuck, there's actually like a fuck ton of Wendigo, there's more than one, we actually have to go after Josh. And then Sam even thinks that there's, possibly he's killed 6. She doesn't even understand the gravity of the situation. Mike figures out how many Wendigo there actually are. Wendigo, I feel like it, whatever. So the Wendigos are just, they whatever. The game was good. It did what it set out to do, and if I had not been playing for a camera, some parts would have scared me more, some parts would have scared me less. I would have liked the game anyway, but I I'm severely let down by the fact that they didn't play into Emily more to give him more redeeming characteristics, and that they made Josh the ultimate victim of this situation. The ultimate victim of the situation. Of anyone... God, if any trope should be dispelled, if anyone should bring back the knowledge of what's kind of happening, his redeeming quality could have been somewhere toward the end, having realized what he's done and having realized everything around him. Self-sacrificial would have been better than the ending they gave him. Being able to stare all of this in the face and come back with an important piece of information because his mind is more terrifying than the reality. Could have been one of his redeeming factors. He had places they could have built off of, and they made him, in the end, still a victim to the whole story. He's a bigger victim than Hannah. Because Hannah could kill any of them at any time. She got dues. Josh did not. Hannah came back for blood. Josh came back to make a viral video on the interwebs to help get over the fact that he lost his sisters. Yeah. Woo, he really did a number on them. And it isn't even his fault that Jess got pulled out of the cabin. Mike and Jess would have gone to screw somewhere else, and stuff could have happened the same way. So anyway, that's it for me for right now. I hope I didn't ramble on too long, but you know what? It's going to happen every now and then. In the description, it'll happen where to skip to anyway. So whatever, people can watch to the end of the game, and then they can decide if they want to continue to watch to the end of, like, you know, further on if they want to see the alternate ending and whatnot. I'm not going to replay it to see other alternate endings, as that would require me to look up walkthroughs to see just how many different endings you can get depending on how many relationship statuses and trait characteristics you can get differently. Fuck that noise. I played my game the way I wanted to. Now I'm finished with it. So, I hope you enjoyed it. This is the end of Until Dawn. Comment, like, subscribe. Tell me what you thought of it. Tell me if you try to disagree with me, but I will write in the comments. And if you, I'll enter it in as a debate. I will look at your point of view, and I will do a little bit more research. But if you tell me I'm wrong, please do some research and tell me why I'm wrong, and give me a very good reasoning behind why I'm wrong, and don't just be a troll. If you give a well thought out, even if I end up disagreeing with you, I will respond with a well thought out reason of why I disagree. And if you do it well thought out enough, with enough information behind it, that you say I'm wrong and here's the reasons, as I go, oh fuck, I'm wrong. You know what? I'll admit I'm wrong. And I will change my opinion, and that's how debate should go. Yay. Aren't debates actually fun when they're done correctly? So anyway, comment, like, subscribe. Tell me what you thought. Tell me what conclusions you might have come to that are different than mine. Let me know. Let me have something else to think about. And that's all I've got for Until Dawn. I'm going to sign off for this game. I've had a lot of fun. Thank you so much for watching. And I hope to see you back here for a new series really, really soon. Bye.
Then you come in and rewind so Frank doesn't see me. Then you can tell Frank he needs to check out his RV, and then you rewind after you get the key, and...
Chloe, I got this. I'll be right back.